So with sound design, you want to preserve the dynamic range as much as possible for dramatic effect. So I'm going to go to this segment here.
K-Rack Whip is proudly sponsored by Machiavelli Funeral Homes, where our best customer is a dead customer.
So you got levels that are just way down here, you got some that are in mid, and then you got some that are crushing it. And that's what I want to focus on here, is the one right with the birds. So here's the closed door. If you see that, here's the birds, okay? So you'll just get the idea in regard to the dramatic, dynamic range that you can achieve, and this is very important. Here we go, the birds.
Is a dead customer.
See, not to get too far off case, when things are overly compressed, it limits the dynamic range. So sound design, even though the concepts can apply to music, like it can apply to doing soundtrack work for film or video, you got to be mindful of leaving a lot of space for that dramatic effect, okay? So as you can probably recall, when you saw it, you've got the Tweety birds going on, it's real low, you already hit the coffin, and then the punchline is pow! And that thing jumps up by like 40 dB in relation to the bird's decibel. And that's the type of dynamic range that you want to exploit when you're doing sound design work for film and video. Very important. Sound design for film and video is mixed differently than traditional music. Because traditional music, even today, it's loudness wars. Loudness, like particularly genres like EDM and stuff, you know. Loud is loud and soft is loud. You know what I mean? But here, when you're doing kind of soundtrack, and you can just notice this in watching a Hollywood movie, it's totally mixed differently. And that's what we're doing here, is exploiting and maximizing the dynamic range of audio.